Hello Shisha, welcome to KVPY 2011 question paper discussion. Let's start with the quote. The aim of an argument or discussion should not be victory, but progress. So make sure that your discussions and arguments all look towards progress, not anything else. Let's continue with the first question. If parents have free earlobes and the offspring has attached earlobes, then parents must be heterozygous. Obviously, in F1 generation, uh, the characters might not be expressed. In children, it will express because the parents are heterozygous already. So the answer is heterozygous B. And 47th one, during meiosis is called as the heterozygous division, as the division takes place twice. Only in first division the synthesis of DNA will take place, and in the second division synthesis will not be there, and the cells becomes haploid. Hence the answer is option D. 48th one, blood clotting involves the conversion of its fibrinogen to fibrin, which is like a biochemical reaction that makes protein over the injury. 49th one, the gallbladder is involved in. I don't know why the answer or the option is like this. Storing and secreting bile. There's only one function of gallbladders, just storing it. Liver produces the bile. Hence the answer is option B. Next, which one of the following colors is the least useful for plant life? We knew that plants reflect green color, so they appear in green, whereas red is most consumed light or favorite light for the plants to conduct photosynthesis. Hence the answer is C, green. 51st one, at rest the volume of air that moves in and out per breath is called. It's called as tidal volume, and where other ones have different properties, different uh, changes in the lung. Next, 52nd one, how many sex chromosomes does a normal human inherit from father? It's only one. So autosomal, allosomal, even this one chromosome is called as allosomal chromosome. Generally, it will be represented as capital Y. Next, 53rd one, in 16th century, sailors who traveled long distances had diseases related to malnutrition because they were not able to eat fresh vegetables and fruits for months at a time. Scurvy is a result of deficiency of vitamin C, when it is called as the ascorbic acid. 54th one, the following structure is not found in plant cells. It's centriole because it's only found in the animal cells, that is part of two places. One is the cytoskeleton, and the one is during cell division. Next, 55th one, the cell that transfers information about pain to the brain is called as a neuron, where the other answers are not relevant here. Next, 56th one, the presence of nutrients in the food can be tested. Bendix test is used to detect only glucose, whereas the other, even though sucrose is a type of carbohydrate, but still Bendix test may not be used to test sucrose. The other two are different nutrients. 57th one, several minerals such as iron, iodine, calcium and phosphorus are important nutrients. Iodine is found in the only region where a body requires iodine is thyroid gland for the functioning. Hence, thyroxine will have the iodine. So answer is A. Next, 58th one, the principle upon which lactometer works on, density. You might have seen lactometer when the farmer brings milk to collection center. Generally, it will be tested with this lactometer. So it 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 will be floating on the milk. Depending on the floating amount, he decides whether the milk is mixed with water or not. And next, 59th one, mammalian liver cells which swell when kept in hypotonic solution, as it will have less concentration in surroundings. The mammalian liver cell will grab the contents inside, and hence it swelled. 60th one, the form of cancer called carcinoma is associated with epithelial cells. That's it, end of part A. Let's look at part B questions. Wow, big question. Already I provided you illustrations here. You can check. Here this question is about. It has two parts: the experiment part and the result part. So based on the result, the hypothesis. Based on the result, the inference you have to provide, and you have to choose proper inference out of these options. So first we have four leaves. First leaf is not applied with Vaseline, and second leaf upper surface, third leaf lower surface, fourth leaf on both of the surfaces. And after few hours of exposing or just hanging over, so it is found that leaf 1 completely wilted. Leaf 2 is wilted, but it's not as much as it is more than leaf 3, and leaf 4 did not wilt at all. Hence, we can come to a conclusion that due to presence of more stomata on the lower surface of leaf, the wilting of leaf 3 is not equal to leaf 2. It made the leaf to be fresh as much as possible. So we can conclude that due to more amount of stomata on the lower surface of tobacco leaf, it remained fresh. Let's go back. Let's go to next question, 77th one. Vestigial organs such as appendix exist because so these were the part of evolutionary ancestors which were functional, and now they are no more functional, but still they exist. Next, 78th one. Mendel showed the unit factors now called alleles exhibit dominant recessive relationship. In a monohybrid cross, the dash trait disappears in the first allele generation. It's recessive. So when you consider Mendel's experiment in F1 generation and in F2 generation, first he took all the tall and dwarf plants. When he crossed both of these, in the first generation he did not see any of dwarf plants. Hence these are hence in F1 generation they formed the hybrids, and in F2 generation they shown 25% of dwarf characteristics. Hence, it is the hidden one in F1 generation is recessive. Next, 79th one. If a man with an X-linked dominant disease has 6 sons with a woman having a normal complement of genes, then the sons will. No, here I try to provide you illustration here. So X, Y, just consider the chromosomes of 6 sons is X and Y, and here the contribution from mother is X chromosome, which is autosome, and contribution from father is allosome, which is Y chromosome, and according to question only X-linked disease. There is no possibility of a boy getting X and Y from the father. There will be at least 50%, or the X chromosome will be always contributed from mother as well. Hence, the boys will not be infected or affected with this X-linked dominant chromosome. Hence, the answer is A. Lastly, in evolutionary terms, an Indian school is more closely related to Chinese horse because Indian boy obviously Asian, so the organism or the mammal which is growing in Asia will have very close relationship, whereas frog is not a mammal. You may not expect very close evolutionary terms or changes in that. And American African, there is no possibility of such close relation. That's it from me. I'll meet you next time with other question paper discussion.